right. Today I'm very happy to welcome actress and model Fernanda Romero. She's been working in film and television right now for a long time. And recently I saw she had a very interesting film, actually a horror film called The Containment. So we'll talk about it
Mm-hmm.
right now. Hi,
Yeah.
Fernanda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm very happy to welcome you today on the show. It's a great pleasure to have you. First, tell me if we speak about the containment, tell me a little bit about how the role of the sister Esperanza was offered to
Yeah.
you, and how did you approach it? Did you did some research? Did you consult with the director and the writer? Tell me how did you enter this in her shoes?
Character?
Hmm.
Well, yes, studying a little bit of the nuns, how they behave, how they walk, all that stuff. Obviously, it's not how would I, carry myself so gracefully, like that much.
Yes,
I carry myself gracefully, but it's very different when it's your job and you're at service for God.
yes,
Um, so definitely there was a little bit of studying that and then just merging into my whole self into the character of being a sister and serving God and the people that serve the church. So yeah,
yes.
there was a little bit of research for sure.
Yes, I've seen a lot of films of about exorcism, and I want to ask you, since you come from Mexico,
Mhm.
uh, uh, and I saw a lot of film about, witches and stuff like that in Mexico and brujeria. uh,
Yes, we
t-
have a
uh, t-
lot.
and La Llorona as well, and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a legend. So
Legend, yes.
definitely, um, we do
Hmm.
have a lot of. I feel like in the Latin culture, we're very in sync with the spirit world,
Yes.
and we are very big believers. And this goes with our ancestors. I feel it's always been in our culture. We have always
Yes,
celebrated the gods. So even for myself growing up, we have Day of the Dead, we have
sure.
all these, we honor the death. So there's never been, I mean, obviously we do believe there's good spirits and bad spirits,
Yes,
but in this case, it's just yeah, I think coming from a Mexican background and growing up with that, it becomes very relatable and also common and talking about spirits and energies and whatnot. Obviously, people have to watch the film if this is a good spirit or a bad spirit. So
yes,
it's a
yes.
very always unexpected ending, which I really like for this type of genre.
Yes, in the film, you are a sister and you try to help a little girl, because in the beginning we see that, the entity or the spirit, came up from a young man and entered the girl through like something like an insect,
Mm-hmm.
and tell me about the scene with you and the young actress who played the possessed girl, because they were very intense. And did you make a lot of rehearsal? Did you make a lot of repetition?
Yes, there was actually, well, I want people to watch it, but during the exorcism,
Yeah.
yes, there was various rehearsals. There was doubles and stuff like that because it was a very complex scene. And then there's also um fluids getting on myself that I was like had to
I
coordinate and had to
I
be
saw that.
matching. Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes people
It's
don't know what, the hard work that goes behind certain scenes.
yes.
So it
Endeavors,
is
lot of emotion and physical endeavors you pass through until you
exactly,
get
and
to what the
it
director the director was would like, and maybe you did it better, but there is something in the camera on the lighting. It
And
you
this
want
and
to
that,
feel it.
and then there's
Yeah,
um just silly things. Sometimes the scene could be really good, but then the sound didn't work or that.
yes,
There's
yes,
so
yes.
many things that goes behind movie making that it is so nice to finally get to see it in the movie theater, and then you're like, "Oh, that was incredible," or it came out much better than, when you're on set.
You
So,
had the, yeah. But tell me, uh, uh, since we spoke about Mexico, I want to ask you about two things. Did you have any encounter with a strange thing during your journey from Mexico to Los Angeles and modeling and acting yourself? And also, after finishing this type of scenes, do you go easily home and don't think about it, or sometimes you dream of what did you perform during the day?
depending, because I think the brain it's hard to switch off at times. Uh, if I have a complex week, or I
Mm-hmm.
know I have a very difficult week sometimes for shooting, that especially it's those scenes that require a lot of action, requires a lot of prepping, requires a lot of, I don't know, double stunts, whatever. It is yeah, my brain doesn't switch off sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, tomorrow's gonna be heavy. We gotta do this. Sometimes it's really exciting, but it is a lot of coordination. It is a lot of hours of working in the making for certain scenes. So sometimes I wish it just can switch up, which usually I do when it's not as a complex film. Yeah, as soon as I get home, that character stay on set, and then I'm back into my self.
You know, I read a lot about your background, previous filmography and biography, but I want to know, and also for the viewers, in your own words, how did you make your journey from Mexico to Los Angeles and the modeling, then the acting? You know, your journey. How can you summon it in a few words?
My journey, how I became an actress, it
Yes.
was a very unexpected way. How I started acting, I mean, I've always acted since I was a little girl without knowing that was method acting. I feel a lot of kids, we do acting like to get things, to manipulate our parents, to get away from trouble, things like that. And that sometimes could be method acting, or without knowing I was already an actress. And I always liked theater. I always liked that, movies. I was always very intrigued. So then I got involved into acting by accident, actually, because I was studying fashion design, merchandising, and then kind of fell on my lap. And since I always had the little, how we call it, gusanito worm to do that, then I kind of allowed myself to just take the opportunity that was presented to me at the time. And then one thing led to another. And then I was like, oh my God, this could be a career. It's just not something just fun to do. People take it seriously. And then I started to study, I started to prep myself, and then yeah, here we are. I don't know, 20 years something, doing
Yes.
commercials, voiceover, everything. I love the
Yes.
entertainment. I love it.
Yes. Tell me, during your journey, is there a character you played and still resonate with you? It is close to your heart. You loved your performance. You get acclaimed for it until now. Something close to your heart.
Um, I did a soap opera in Mexico
Uh-huh.
City
Uh-huh.
called Eternamente Tuya, Forever Yours.
Yes.
And I think it's because I had that character for a long time, more than 6 months, um, that I got so attached to it that we became one. And I love, till this day, I get messages from people that got so attached to her, her. Because I always,
Hmm.
it's it's funny, but for me, I don't see myself. I always treat my characters like a different person and an individual, and then it's me. So I always refer to her. So her name was Antonia, and Antonia, I think, touched a lot of my Mexican community. It touched girls that wanted to dream big, to become something in life, to fall in love unapologetically, to dream big, to follow your dreams, to just become whatever woman you're meant to be in this life and love hard. And
Hmm.
I think it translated, and people still this day, they love that character. And I became one with her because I remember even the writers will write things that didn't make sense or value with my character Antonia, and I would defend her, and I said she would never say that, she would never do
Yes.
this, because she is
Hmm.
this character, and I knew her so well, and I had so much affinity to her that I think that that was worth it, because people really identified with her. And
Hmm.
I would walk in the street and people will approach me and say, "Thank you. I love her. And she's the best. And she made me believe in myself." And that is the power of film. And that is the power of telling a story, that you can have such a great impact in people. And I think because it was such a positive character and I loved how it impacted girls, um, I think that probably could be my favorite one.
Yes. You know that telenovelas are very popular in Egypt, Mexican, and because they
Yes,
get
I
that,
know.
they 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 dub
I
them
get messages from
in Arabic.
Lithuania,
Yeah,
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 and Egypt and stuff. Yes,
yeah.
I
My
know.
country, Egypt, and I live right now in Ecuador. My wife is Colombian, so I'm very familiar with the
Oh,
religious culture and also the telenovela culture because. I don't watch telenovela a lot. I used to watch in Egypt The Bold and the Beautiful a bit,
yeah,
and we invited many of the stars in Cairo film festivals, and also
yeah.
Donna Mills from Dallas, from North Landing, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
and the Mexican telenovelas they got dubbed in most of the time in Lebanese slang, and they are
Mm-hmm.
across the Arab world in Arabic, so people they got immersed in the characters. We have a lot of things, the Arabs and the Latinos, I
Yep.
mean the reflecting emotion, believing in the characters.
Exactly.
People
Passionate
uh,
family. Mm-hmm.
people cry watching, and
Yes,
usually
no, that's
a
good.
lot of women used to discuss during work on the transportation, what happened in the previous episode, all days, the following day when you watch it. So it's quite
That's
immersed.
interesting.
Tell me right now, do you have a dream project or a dream character you would like to realize?
I would like to play a period piece. I would love
Mm-hmm.
that.
in in costumes and
Yes, yes, I would
algo
absolutely
classico.
love that. Although I know probably would be very uncomfortable to be wearing corsets and wearing all that
Yes, yes.
stuff in the heat or in the cold, but I don't know. I think I would absolutely love to do period pieces. And then, yeah, I think a period piece, maybe yeah, some action and a good drama, because it's hard. Sometimes it's very hard to get a
Hmm.
grip on a good script. It's
Hmm.
so I would love to get an opportunity for showing more of my acting chops and have
Hmm.
the opportunity to show what I can do. And yeah, so I hope for a good script to come my way, hopefully.
Yes, I've been 35 years in cinema, television, broadcasting, writing, and covering festivals
Oh,
around the
okay.
world. And when I was about to introduce some talent in a festival, or right now we do it right now like this online. I used to research filmography background, you know. And right now, when I interview somebody, I need to look at their social media. What are they posting? So I went through your Instagram, your what are you talking about? What are trying to what kind of message you try to do to your social media? And I want to ask you about social media right now. Are according to your own experience, are they a plus element to the talent, to the actor, or the filmmaker, or a minus? Because myself, I see when I flip through my Instagram, I see all the people, that very hard to meet or get, they are everywhere posting in the kitchen, cooking with their kids, like they become some kind of influencer. So tell me, it is a good element, a good thing for stardom of the actor, or a bad thing according to your experience?
Well, you know what? At the beginning, I gotta say,
Mm-hmm,
I wasn't very keen to do that
mm-hmm,
because I just thought, I don't, who has the time? I don't know. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna do? Like, I don't think I'm very entertaining. Like, what am I? But then, um, I think it became because of COVID. I
mm-hmm,
started to um it changed my perspective about it. And it was
mm-hmm,
also because there was a lack of jobs,
mm-hmm,
and the whole influencer era started to go up. And then a
mm-hmm,
bunch of actors, we were like, what's happening? And why is all these people getting recognition when they don't do nothing? Because
mm-hmm.
I I didn't thought they do something.
Yes.
And then instead of looking it out of hate and being sour, I was like, I need to jump into this boat. And then if I have the school of being in TV and films, and I know a lot of my friends are DPs and this and photographers, why I don't use it to my favor?
Mm-hmm.
And start doing that kind of stuff and meet in somehow in the middle. And because we all thought that the whole influencer era or this thing, it was gonna die. Like, I swear.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But it never did. It
Mm-hmm.
actually got worse and worse, and it becomes
Yes.
now a huge
A
thing.
trend. Yes, it's part of the daily life.
So
It's a
it's
trend.
now it's a daily thing. Now everybody needs
Yes.
to have a camera. Now everybody has their tripod. Now everybody can do, which,
Yes.
to be honest, in a sense, sometimes it's actually good that you are not, in a monopolized thing. You have to do this, or now you can be at your house building an income, or you can do your own channel. You can have your own show, you can have your own audience. So I have created jobs for a lot of people. And for me, it benefited me in the sense of I could be home, be with my kids, and still be creative. Because I need to be creative somehow. Like, I cannot be quiet. Like, either
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing a book, either I am filming, either I am sharing tips. I have to be creative. Otherwise, it's like an exorcism. I go crazy.
Yes. Yeah. Right now, I discovered I don't need to go to a film festival with business cards, because last time I went last year to Tribeca in New York, and everybody I meet, you have Instagram, man, send me a DM. You don't need to have
Exactly.
you
DM
don't
me,
need to have a
send me,
business.
let's connect.
And so this is what happened to me last time we went. So I want to ask you, your kids saw the containment or not yet? They are too young.
No, no,
Ah,
they're little. They
they
want to
ca-
sleep. Oh, no, no, no. My son was so cute. He was
eh,
when he was in theaters here last weekend. He's like, "Mama, what is today?" I'm like, "Friday." And I put a group together to go on Sunday. He was like, "Mama, today is
mm,
the day we're gonna go see our movie." And I'm like, "Honey, it's
mm-hmm.
18 plus. Like, they're not
Really?
gonna allow you to come. And plus,
Yes.
I don't want you to not sleep." It's like, "Mama, but it's a
Yeah, yeah.
movie, and if they do the special effect." I'm like, "Baby."
Yeah,
No, he's not
maybe
gonna
later.
sleep.
Yes.
Too
Last
little.
thing.
He's 8 and the other one's 1. So imagine.
Yes. Yes. Last thing, you would like, ¿quieres decir algo en español para sus amigos latinos, familia en
Ay,
México?
claro, claro,
Ah,
claro, claro. Para toda mi gente latina, si les gustan las películas de terror, les gusta brincar en la casa, o es la perfecta excusa para agarrar a su enamorado o a quien tengan al lado,
sí.
vean esta película, porque eso va a pasar. Estás así, de que no te metas ahí, ¿por qué haces esto? Vean la película. Y claro que me
Excelente.
pueden seguir en las redes sociales, los leo, me encanta tener ese contacto. Ya saben, mis redes sociales, @Fernanda Romero o al final. Y lo mismo, creo que en todas estoy igual, Fernanda Romero, ahí me van a ver.
Excelente. Muchas gracias.
No, gracias
Fernanda,
a ti. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for
you,
having me on
you're
your
welcome.
show.
I wish you all the best and also for
No.
the release of
And
the
hope one
film.
day we can meet each other at a nice festival, whatever, and be like, oh my God,
Sure,
look at
sure.
the hair. I interviewed you. Remember that time?
Sure, sure. We plan to visit next year, this year actually, California, because we've been in New York last year and in Silicon Valley for a festival.
Oh,
And
okay.
we hope to come this year to a festival in LA or San Diego or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Bueno,
Yes.
hope to see you on the side of the
Thank,
world. Bye.
thank you
Have a
very
good
much. Ciao.
night.
Bye
Ciao,
bye.
ciao. Bye,
Ciao.
bye.